And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, touching base with you as I do every day. How are you all doing? It is a beautiful, the weather has been so warm and beautiful here on our wonderful Charlotte, just outside of Charlotte. And it's been amazing. I thought it was going to be a cloudy day. I was supposed to be doing a photo shoot today because I was scheduling a photo shoot with my buddy. He does Ralph Lauren and sneakers campaigns. And I said, you know what? I got you, bro. I got you. I have you. But today is so sunny. I need clouds. I like the giant soft box in the sky. Anyway, welcome to TrendWatch Thursday. This is where we talk about headlines, and this is what we talk about what's going on in the world. But first, I want to say I am so excited that on my Nomadic photographer's account, yes, on that account, let me see if I can get there. Let me see if I can pop it on the screen. Yeah, let me just go there. Let's just see if we can pop that on the screen. I thought I was like, maybe I'll use it, but then I said, okay, here it is. Here it is. Let me go there. And here we go. So here it is. So I am excited to say we reached 1,000. We reached 1,000. I've been working hard on that platform. Here we go. Let me share the screen with you. And so this is our wonderful, there we go. Here he is. Here we are. Here he is. Thank you for helping me accomplish this milestone, 1,000 on a Nomadic photographer page on Instagram. And this is the page that's dedicated to my travels, interacting, food, being a foodie, being a creator. It's about me. It's really all about me and how I can bless you with all the things that I'm doing. So, like if I go to a great restaurant, I'm going to share it with you guys. If I go to a great country, I'm going to share it with you guys. If I am photographing something that is in my regular day outside of Ron Lewis photos, it is going to be here. And so reach 1,000. So what that means is sometime today or tomorrow, I will be able to go live. I will be able to go live on this platform on my Instagram. So you know, there's a restriction. So you have to go above 1,000 followers on Instagram to go live. And so I was like, I need to go live. So that way I can be in a restaurant. I can be on the go and share with you immediately what I'm doing and what's happening. And I got such great feedback. So many people following over this. When I first started, when I changed over the name from just Ron Lewis Foster to a Nomadic photographer, which was pretty much, I guess, 3 months ago. And I was like at roughly 600, maybe 5 and change followers. So you guys have decided to follow me and be a part of this journey and this journey called life in a nomadic photographer, because I am truly now a nomad. At that time when I first started, I was just starting to pack up the house and take last minute photographs of what was going on and kind of like the fireworks. Pretty much started this changeover, I think in June. And so we made 1,000. That's my news out the box. 1,000. So now we can definitely be able to share more stuff with you guys and give you more information along the way as I travel to different places. Like I cannot wait to share with you live from Puerto Rico come next week. And I'm, like I said, I'm going to Puerto Rico to try to capture the wild horses and also it's called like a microorganisms that when moved or bothered, the water lights up and turns blue. So I'm going to try to capture that. So those are 2 items that are on my must-do list in Puerto Rico, because I've always wanted to photograph those guys. And I always like photographing horses. If you have a wild horse somewhere, if you have wild horses anywhere in your area, let me know, because I do love photographing horses. Horses are one of my favorite creatures on the planet, next to my elephants. And it's just really beautiful to be able to be with horses, be on a ranch, spend time with horses, spend time with the ranchers, and see how people interact with their horses. I love horses that much, so I would love to be on the road doing that. I was supposed to go on the road this weekend with Fifi, but that got canceled. So I was supposed to do a road trip and do a documentary with Fifi, female truck driver, and heading across the states and being with her for the weekend. But her route got changed, and also her load got changed. So I was like, okay, we'll have to do it the next time I'm in North Carolina, and we'll make sure that we do it when I come back to North Carolina. It will be specifically for my documentary in documenting Fifi's life as a trucker and truck driver, and interacting with her trucker friends and truck people on the highway, and her vendors and all that stuff. So we'll do that in the future. But I'm excited about that. But my co-host has arrived. Here she is, Dr. Tachi. I love it. Woo.
Thank you, sir. Just for
Yeah.
you. Just for you. How are you?
I'm good. I am doing great. Last night I finally got to see Wicked, the movie.
Do tell.
I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. It had it had a lot of symbolism of
Mm.
what we're going through today with the Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz being what? A con man, had no power, knew nothing, but was going to use. Well, I don't want to get the story away, but it's most of you have already seen it. I am late to the show, and
I still haven't seen it.
you still haven't seen it either.
No, I still have to see it. So I
It's
will. I will.
so it's and when you start like when you look at the storyline, it's really an interesting parallel. Not 100%, but I would say 70, maybe 60% of what we are going through in today's society. And it kind of like reminds me that in this same story, these same game plans have been around for centuries.
Yeah, absolutely. If there are no new stories and everything that we see in media that's supposedly fiction
Yeah.
somehow actually is based off of true events. Even back in the day when we looked at Star Trek and people
Yes.
thought, oh, that's impossible. You could never.
Star Trek is
Flintstones
mostly
came
totally fulfilled. The only
fulfilled.
thing about Star Trek that we haven't done is actually go to other planets. As in,
Exactly.
I mean, like spaceships, like moving through time and warp speed and all that other stuff. But technically
Exactly.
speaking, I mean, remember when they had the tricorders? Well, we have tricorders on everywhere we go. Here's a little tricorder right there.
Exactly.
We have
Exactly.
a flip phone. Remember the
The
communicators,
flip phone. Exactly.
right? So
Exactly.
everything that was in Star Trek has been accomplished, except space travel.
And I remember when I was little, there was a guy in my class, and he was telling us, I don't know when we have these opportunities that it wasn't show and tell. He was just telling us that his father at work, they had
Uh-huh.
a telephone where you could see, it was a video phone. We were like,
Video phone. The
because obviously the
video
technology
phone.
was there and it existed, but it just not had not been packaged for the consumer
That's
yet.
right. That's right.
So yeah, go
It,
figure.
I mean, where we are today is I mean, we're there. I remember when I was in school, and they, we were all getting ready for the year 2000. Now we're already at 2025.
Yes, and Sister Mary lied because Sister Mary said in the year 2000 we would be in flying cars. Where are they, Sister Mary? Where are
Oh,
they?
no flying cars yet. Oh, no. Technically, there are flying cars. They just haven't gone mainstream.
That's the thing. All of these things exist, but not in the mainstream. What good are you in idea form? What good are you? Although I don't know that I want flying cars because people can't drive on the ground. So I don't need you in a drone heading
I'm
toward
just,
me.
I'm the same way. I'm like, I don't think we're ready for flying cars,
We're not
especially
ready.
when people have road rage on the ground. I can't imagine what road rage would be like in the air.
See, you know how they always say we can't have nice things because this is why we can't have
We
nice
can't have
things.
nice
We
things. We
cannot.
can't fly. We
We
can't have
can't
flying
fly. Nope.
cars.
Nope.
Let's say hello to some folks. And,
Yes.
and who takes her seat at the gold badge, the gold seat of Touch Base Daily? Is
That will be a
Hannah.
one. Hannah Boyd Miller.
Good,
Hello, Hannah.
good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. And oh, look who's here in the silver spot today is
Ooh,
Jazzy. She says, "Good morning, beautiful people,"
Jazzy.
with her roses, Jazzy Jazz.
Yes.
And in third place again in the top three is Mr. Omar Ramos.
Coming in at number
He
3
says,
is
I get the
Romo
bronze. He says, I get the
Ramos.
bronze. He made it.
He made it.
And he said, it's rainy day here in Texas. It's a rainy day. Kelly says, good morning, everyone. Congratulations on 1,000.
Yes.
Yes,
Ron,
I'm so
congrats.
happy. And, you know, Instagram is one of those funny fishes because my Ron Lewis photos is like slow growth. Like I guess because I say so much on it that I've been flagged, I've been beat up, so they
Not
don't
beat
give you
up.
as much of an audience. However, on a Nomadic photographer page, they seem to give me free reign. I mean, like I get to meet people, talk to people. They drop in my feed, people I know, people I don't know, people that I'm interested
See,
in, people that I may be interested in, and
because they
I've
don't know who you are
grown.
yet.
I've grown. It's grown It's grown 400 followers or more, a little more than 400 followers since June. I should say since July.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. But part of that could be they don't quite know who. Well, that's a different type of feed than the
Yeah,
other type of feed. So, yeah, you're going to get pushed and it's new. So, there's a
it's
little bit of
new.
a boost because of that.
Yes. So now so once you hit the 1,000 mark, you can now go live. And I am looking forward to going live at the spirit of the moment.
I
Instagram is on the moment, but I am really, to be quite honest, I am really focusing on my YouTube channel, which brings me to something that is new for you guys.
okay.
Oh, Gwendolyn, thank you, Gwendolyn, for working with me last night on this. And let me share with you what I've been working on.
Oh, I can't wait.
YouTube. This is our YouTube community. I don't know if you realize that in the YouTube is the function to be able to go to the community and post. So I turned that on yesterday. So that means now you can go in to our YouTube channel, Ron Lewis Photos, Touch Base Daily, and you can leave messages. You can leave information that's going to help the rest of the community. You can encourage the community. It's for photography posts, it's for texting postings, on conversations, engagements. Also, and let me go one step further because we have this ability now. And how do you get there? Just go to the QR code right now and click on it. If you have
Oh,
a separate screen on your phone, you can just click on that QR code. It will take you to our YouTube community, and we can have our conversations offline. Like right here, we're on a show. Like we're here, like together as a community in a public arena. But we can have it in our private community and communicate, talk, share. Also, what we'll be doing now in this YouTube community is also making sure. Let me just get this thing lower. Let me change the perspective. Can I do that? Okay, I can't do it right there. Okay, we're gonna leave it that on the screen. Let me take the. So go to the QR code, scan it. I'm gonna give you a moment to do that, and then that way you'll know that we have a community. Oh man. Okay, so let me get this off the screen. One step at a time. There we go. Let me pop this off. There we go. So
Can I
like,
just tell you, I love your enthusiasm for life, number one, and then everything is fabulous, and then
fabulous. It's just fabulous.
yes, and then your enthusiasm for technology, and that's what we need because we can either complain and be
Mhm.
left behind or really jump feet first in, not head first, feet
What do you call
first
it?
in.
Toes in, something like that.
Yes, toes down.
Toes
10
down.
toes down. Is that it? So
Yeah,
I
10 toes.
love that that is what you're doing. There's something, can I address something in the chat that
Yes,
Hannah
yes.
said?
This is
So
us today. We this is free
this
flow.
is us.
This
This
is
is us. And
us.
it's probably going to be freestyle because
It's freestyle today, baby.
it's Freestyle Thursday. So Hannah is asking, well, she's saying she can't see others in the chat. So let me say this. There is a function for those of you that use StreamYard. There is a function that allows you to go live simultaneously in portrait mode and
Mhm.
in widescreen mode or horizontal. So it allows you to do that simultaneously if you set the settings right. So when you go live, you will now have 2 streams on YouTube. Yes, that's 2 different streams, which is 2 different audiences. The good thing is that it expands your reach. And when you are looking at the shorts feed in YouTube, people
Yes.
can find your live because it's uh, not horizontal, because it's
The
vertical.
vertical.
So because it's vertical, people can find it, which is great because that expands your reach. But here's the other thing. Normal people, I shouldn't say normal, your regulars who
Regular
come
folks.
into your regular folk who come into your stream may see one of 2 and may not realize there are 2 streams. So folks, there are 2 streams going on right now. If you want to be in the horizontal stream and you're in the vertical, click on Ron's picture. It will take you to his page. Make sure you're at the home page and you will see 2 streams usually, or you
Yes.
can click live and you'll see 2 streams and there you can pick which one you want to be in. So hopefully that clears it up a little bit, Hannah, and then for the rest of you as well.
Yes. And all you do is just go into your camera mode and see the QR. I'm leaving the QR code up there so you can see it. And
Yes.
I can just click on that QR code and just pop on here. Let me just get that. There we go. Get that QR code going. And is it going to do it? Is it going to work? There we go. On my phone. And then it automatically takes you. Oops, there we go. To the community.
Look at that.
To the community. Look
Look
at
at
that.
Ron looking like
So
Father Christmas. Yes.
I'm one who embraces technology. I am not afraid of technology. I am going to be that guy. It's always said, I will be the 90-year-old guy on the latest technology, flying, if it's a flying car or flying bike or cell phone of some kind, or digital. I am getting my digital specs. I am getting my digital specs.
Are you getting the Meta Ray-Bans?
Yes, I am.
Listen, and the thing about the Meta Ray-Bans is they actually look nice. The
Yes,
predecessors to all of these
they were ugly. They were so ugly.
ugly
They were ugly. Ugly.
spectacles from Snapchat, deplorable. I'm like, these look like kid sunglasses. Not Google Lens, Google Glass,
Google Glass.
deplorable. They look
Woo!
like grandpapa glasses. So now you actually can be cool in some Ray-Bans. Are they cheap? No.
No,
But
but because I'll be on the road, and because there's sometimes I want to go live, and I don't have to hold the camera. I just simply have to just look, and I can just say, I can move my head and say, and as I'm moving, I can share with you stuff. I can eat
exactly.
and share with you. I say, oh, I'm eating this meal. So it's gonna up my game here in social media. And I think it'll be great for this platform and what I'm doing.
Oh,
But
oh
I'm excited
wow.
about it. I get back to New York on in the first week of December. I put my order in at
Oh,
the doc, and because I had my prescription, I went to get before I left to come down here. I went to my
oh,
doctor's, got my eyes exam I get my eyes exam twice a year, and so they go in. He looked and made sure everything was good, and then he gave me a new prescription. And so now I'm going to take that prescription and use it for my glasses. And so I'm getting one
oh.
pair of glasses that are Ray-Bans for my technical world, and then one for my fashion. Drum roll,
Oh.
please.
Okay, you're
Warby
making me a little
Parks.
bit envious.
Yeah.
I may have to check into these things now.
Well, you know what? Remember when I went live when B&H had their expo? I was at the B&H Expo, and Meta had their Ray-Ban glasses on display, and they had this people wearing them and interacting with them, and I had a chance to interact. I was like, this is not bad. The first generation was a little wonky, but this generation, they've gotten all the kinks out, and it's only going to get better. So I think these will be
Yeah.
good for at least 3 years. I'll wear them for 3 years. I mean, my problem with my glasses is that because I'm a photographer and I'm always have the camera up on my screen, my lenses get scratched up. So I am going to make sure I put a really good scratch guard on my.
Yeah, I was like, don't they have optical coatings that
Yeah, they
allow
do.
for okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so
You
I'm gonna have to get extra for the
wow.
photographers out there. So, but yeah, that's what's
Damn
going
it,
on in my
Chris.
world.
Don't tell us things that we're not supposed to do. Damn it.
Well, look who's in the building also. Janet, it says, greetings, Touch Base
Damn
Daily
it.
family. Hey, y'all. Grand Rising, Ron, Chris, and all the beautiful souls of Touch Base Daily. Well, Chris is
Grand
not.
Rising.
Chris is on a plane and traveling away, and for his birthday.
I
And
love it.
Chris's birthday is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. So we are here, and I have the wonderful Touch Base Daily co-anchor, wonderful celebrity, Dr. Tachi.
Oh, me? Okay. I thought you were talking about me. I may be chopped liver, but today I'm special because I'm on with Ron. On with Ron.
This is my sister from another mother, another sister
Yes.
from another mother.
Yes.
Love her. Another mother and a father.
Yes. I would hope that's the
However,
way it
we both
happens.
have Nigerian roots.
Yes. We do. We do.
Kelly says that hat is fire, Dr. Tachi.
Thank you. You know I'm a hat person.
Yes, you and Chris.
Yes, Chris too. Chris,
You guys take
yeah.
hats to a whole nother level. And I'm not wearing my beanie today. I was like, where's my beanie? Where's that beanie? But I was like, nah, it's warm out. It's nice in the house here. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna just have my head free.
Let it all hang out.
Let it all hang out.
Yes.
And Kelly says, hello, everyone. And Dr. Hey, Dr. Tachi, fire.
Thank you.
Look at that. They love you. They love you. And
I love them more.
Obviously, Dr. Tachi says hello to everyone. And Kaz Lou says, blessed and thankful Thursday all. Nice. And we also have the wonderful photo Ken Arts. Kenneth,
Hey.
good morning, everyone, he says. Hey, look who's in the building today. David Moscato.
David Moscaro, sir.
Moscato is in the building today. Good morning, all, he says. And he says, remember, the Jetsons, then came the shuttle. There's George Jetson. I used to love the Jetsons.
Daughter Judy, Jane, his wife. His boy Elroy, daughter Judy, Jane, his wife. Yes. Don't play with me. I know because I'm a TV addict. When I was little, that's all I did.
That's all
I know everything. Even if it's not from my time, I know the theme songs. That's why we could play a game. They love to play that one at baby showers. I always win. I'm like, just give me the prize now.
It's so funny because I think that's why we love media, is because we lived on media when we were growing up. And I was sharing with my buddy, Mimbo yesterday. I said, we are the bridge. Our generation. I'm the last of the baby boomers. Literally.
Are you a boomer?
I am the last. 1964 is the end of the baby boomers.
Oh.
That's the last year. So 1965 begins Generation X.
Okay.
So I am a bridge. I am born, but I don't become 1 year old until Generation X. So I'm literally the bridge. They have a name for us. I forgot the name.
Yeah.
There's a name for us. We're in between the baby boomers and Generation X. But we are the ones that we bridge analog to digital. The world was about transistors when I was born. And when I became 2 or 3 years old, we started to flow into slightly digital things, and digital came alive. And next thing you know, I grew with the computer. The computer had I was there for the invention of the internet.
See, that's right. The ARPANET, 1969, Advanced
Yeah.
Research Projects Agency. It started with the military, then moved to
Yes.
universities, and now we are where we are.
Here
So,
we are in the twilight zone.
yes, unfortunately.
So Hannah says, I cannot. Oh, she said, can I see the others in the chat? Okay, so we already addressed that. Dr.
Yes.
Tachi already addressed that.
Yes.
And Omar says, stalker glasses.
They are. They see, that's the thing. They can be used for beautiful things,
For
but
good
of
things
course,
or for evil.
knowing people like I know people, there are always those that are plotting for evil. You know how much time it takes to do evil? It takes a lot of damn time. Just be good.
Maybe
Sheesh.
when I'm on the subways now, I can say, "Ooh, there's that criminal. Look at him. Look at him."
Not you trying to start your own branch of the Guardian Angels.
Get him.
Where's your beret?
So when you are in New York City, but also the good thing about, again, back to those glasses, that now when I'm in New York City and I'm cycling around, you can cycle with me live.
I love that.
That's going to be so much fun. So much fun. I love technology. I always said, I am not my grandparents.
But you know what? Here's the thing.
Different world.
Everyone had a level of technology. Technology, maybe we're talking about electronic technology,
That's right.
but everyone has tech. The wheel is technology. So anything that extends your senses and makes your life easier is technology. It just may not be connected to electricity. But so we all grew up with technology. The thing that I hate is when I see on social media, oh, we were the generation. Shut up. We all had it.
Shut up.
All of us.
But as Chris says, I know we're not shopping, but Costco will have them again for Black Friday.
Stop it, Chris. Chris, stop it. Get thee behind me. I want them, and I won't. See.
And for those that are wondering, if you're just stepping in, you're saying, why is that QR code up on the screen? We announced our YouTube community today. So if you scan that QR code, it'll take you straight to our community, and that's where we'll have chats and talks. Also, I meant to say, as I was saying, going to get that out, is now when we have our Tip Tuesday, right? When we do our homework, we have homework assignments from our lessons on Tip Tuesdays, our photography lessons. Now you can post your photos from your lesson in the community.
The community, that's awesome.
So like this week, we talked about textures. So now you can go out and take pictures of your lampshades or your leaves or your grass or all the textures in the world. And now you can post them into our YouTube community. Scan that QR code. If you're also in the building, make sure you hit the likes, make sure you hit subscribe. But yes, so now, and that way we can critique together your work. We can say, oh, wow, this looks good. I love your work. I love this photograph. Oh, wow, you should get this, put this as a stock image. Oh, you should put this on your wall. Now,
wow. May I take a point of personal privilege? My computer's about to die. Hold on.
No.
No. I have the plug right here, but it's too far away for me to reach it acutely. So hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna. There she goes. She's going to get her cord. But isn't that cool, guys? So now we can really develop our community, so we can support one another. Omar says, or contact lenses. You know what? Contact lenses. They are working on contact lenses that have technology. That's coming next. If it hasn't been out there already, I do believe they're working on that. Kimmy says, what's the temperature in North Carolina today, Ron? Yesterday, it was 77 degrees. I do believe today is going to be the same. It's hot. It's a little too hot for me. I like 60. 60 is my favorite number. 60. Hannah says, your hat is definitely fire, Dr. Tachi. I am a hat person too. We should check each other's collection out one day.
I would love that.
David
I would
Mascaro
love that.
says, yes, that's why I still shot film. Born in 55, the day and year James Bond, James Dean died.
Wow.
Wow. Dr.
Wow.
David Mascaro. I just love saying his
Wow.
name. His
Do you
name is
still
one of
shoot
my favorite
film?
names.
I love it. It's beautiful. I had a
Yes.
student with the last name Mascaro.
Moscato. It should be like wine, right? It's like Moscato. I
Are
would
you
like a
thinking
glass of
Moscato?
Moscato. It's like
Ron
a glass of
Foster.
wine.
It's a beautiful, smooth glass of wine. Moscato's for myself and all of my friends.
Yes, right. A glass of Moscato, y'all.
Yes.
As Lou says, Google it says Generation Jones, 1954 to 1965.
Who is Jones?
That's it. It's called Generation Jones.
Who is that
That's what we
though?
are. My the in betweeners of the baby boomers and the bridgers. We are the bridge. That
But who
the
is Mr. or
Generation
Miss
Jones.
Jones?
Yeah, it's called Generation Jones. Thank you, Kaz.
Wow, thanks. I still don't know
Yes.
who Jones is, but okay.
We don't know who Jones is, but it's wait. I do believe Jones was the one that coined the term Generation Jones because of
Oh,
the contributions of folks that were in that in between. I
oh,
read it. I read it 2 or 3 years ago, but it slips my mind of the whole thing.
oh. Well, how very
David says,
humble of him. Okay.
or Dave Mascaro says, 8 tracks and cassettes. That's what we were. Remember rolling? Every time you pop that cassette, you put a little piece of tape on it, and then you rolled it up with a pencil.
I still have a cassette player in my car, fun fact.
No way.
I do. A CD player and a cassette player. I
Oh,
have a
really?
2003 Toyota Corolla. I don't know why they kept putting them in there, but I have
Wow.
one. Yeah.
I didn't know they had cassettes anywhere any longer. Kimmy Kim says, never heard of Generation Jones. Yes, I just learned about it 2 years ago.
I was today years old.
Yeah, I
Jen
just learned about
Jones.
it 2 years ago. Someone told me, they said, Ron, you're part of Generation Jones. And I was like, what? I was like, who's that? Hey, Dorian's in the building.
Dorian
Dorian's in the building.
Bernard.
We're still working on Dorian. Dorian's going to be with us. He's going to be sharing his amazing wisdom as he continues also to build his channel. So, Dorian, as soon as you let us know when your channel is up and running, we can share that. But also, he'll be sharing some of his amazing financial and just life experience. Dorian has done so much at such a young age.
Mm.
Not old. And he's done so much, and someone that has always contributed to this community. And so he will be at the seat as soon as he lets me know when he wants to come on. But
Oh,
I
fantastic.
told him Tip Tuesdays will be the best day. Tip Tuesday, since it is Tip Tuesday, he can share tips on Tip Tuesday. So we'll have tips from life, and we'll also have our photography tips. So
Wow. Awesome.
I am looking forward to sharing this platform with Dorian. He is a great guy, great, smart, intelligent, and has so much wisdom. He was
I
raised,
can't wait.
yeah. So it's gonna be fun. So Dorian, we have another phone call waiting for us. Shirley's in the building. She says, "Good morning, good morning." Should we start doing some headlines? We're gonna do some headlines.
Okay.
Oh wait, he says, "Can you invite me on?" Oh wait, Dorian, you want to come on now? Hold on a second. Let me see. Hold on a second. I think I have your email in my bag of tricks over here. Hold on a second. Let me see. I think Dorian. Yes, I do. I'm sending you an invitation right now, Mr. D.
Here we go.
Y'all, he's a treat. He is a treat. He's a hoot. He's a treat. He's a hoot. He's all of the above. I just sent you a link, buddy. And Kimmy Kim said, I heard of Mr. Jones, but never Generation Jones.
I'm going to look up who this Jones is.
So the first thing I wanted to bring to your attention, obviously, it's been mainstream, and I wanted to share this particular what they were sharing yesterday on Instagram. But God, there were so many things that I snipped in here. Okay, let me go to the one. I don't want to have I don't want to get sidetracked. But this is something that I think we should, and Elise is always talking about, we should always, while everyone's running after the shiny objects, we should be looking for what's happening in the real world. And so here we go. Let me share with you what's happening that you should be aware of. And this is something that's very, very important. Hold on a second. Let's get her rolled out. Let me get the sound going. Okay, here we go.
But you might want to pay attention to the slow dissection of the Department of Education that just got announced today. The agency just told its entire workforce that 6 major program offices are being transferred out to 4 other federal departments. And no, this is not routine. This is a massive structural shift. Elementary, secondary, and post-secondary education programs are being moved to the Department of Labor. Let that sink in. Labor is now inheriting core education functions for the entire country. Foreign medical accreditation and the Child Care Access Means Parents program are being shipped to Health and Human Services. Indian education programs going to the Department of the Interior. International education and foreign language programs handed off to the State Department. This is normally the kind of thing that requires Congress, public comment, impact studies, and a whole legislative process. But instead of going through the legal pathway required to dissolve or restructure a federal agency, this administration is bypassing it by reallocating the Department of Education's core functions piece by piece.
And hold on a second. Phone calls come through when someone's online. No phone calls.
When you scatter oversight, you dilute accountability. You take a single civil rights oriented agency designed to enforce educational programs nationwide, and you break it into parts that now sit under agencies with completely different missions and priorities. This matters because the Department of Education isn't just a paperwork hub. It enforces Title IX. It monitors civil rights violations in schools. It ensures special education compliance, protects low-income students, oversees federal student aid, and maintains national education standards. So once these programs are moved, they're harder to track, easier to underfund, and vulnerable to being quietly phased out. This is how you dismantle a federal department without ever having to pass a law saying that you dismantled it.
And there you are. That's our first first headline for today. Is not, you don't see it on the mainstream media. It's nowhere. I don't see it anywhere on TV. I'm not seeing it in any of the, because I am a news junkie. And it's not there. And this is something that is happening as of yesterday. And so while everyone's running after Epstein, which we should be, we need justice for all of those girls, children. I don't like when they say women, with those children. But while everyone's looking at the shiny object over here, they're dismantling over here and dismantling it in a unlawful way, because you need Congress. First of all, Doge was illegal anyway, because all of those departments needed to go through Congress to dismantle them. So the agriculture and all that other stuff. Dr. Tachi, what do you say?
Yeah,
you're in education, so
yeah.
This is something you would know. This is one of your strongholds here. I said,
I get higher ed. K-12 is not my wheelhouse, but higher ed definitely. Well, first of all, Dorian said he didn't get the link, so
I sent the link out twice. Okay, so
okay, sorry,
Dorian, I am going to have to do it a different way.
Make sure you have the right address. Anyway,
I'm gonna put this QR code on the screen for you to scan, Dorian. How about that? Hold on a second. Let's do that for him. But go ahead, Dr. Tachi.
No, absolutely. So This is not new. You just brought up the fact that they instituted Doge without any approval, and they did what they've been doing what they like. So this is not anything different. This administration has been doing what they like. I think where the difference is here is who it's going to affect. The troubling thing is we should be able to focus on the Epstein files and this at the same time. But we've proven Americans can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
Exactly.
We cannot. So it's like one thing or the other, which is actually a very dangerous way to proceed, because that means if you can only do one thing at a time, you can't run the country. That's probably because several things happen at once every day, every hour. So I think that 100% correct, as she was saying, the quickest way to dismantle things is to tuck them in places where people will forget about them, and it's easier to just say we don't need them, and they'll throw out some other distraction, so because we can't walk and chew gum, so that we don't notice that this goes away, that Title IX has been touched, that civil rights are at risk in the school systems. And it's terrible and it's deplorable. And here's my thing. It's bigger than what do we do now? I mean, definitely it's what do we do now? That's my next question. But my thing is, I hope we all realize that the taxes we pay fund the public school system.
Yes.
Even if you don't have ne'er a damn child in the public school system, you are paying for this. So this affects everyone. It's not just if you have school-age children. It's not just if you are a college or university student or a parent paying for one, because one of the other things I understand is that some of the majors, right? Some of the fields are now going to be considered non-essential, so that if you major in that non-essential thing, that also messes with the funding that you're able to get and all of those different things. So that's what I remember reading. So it's now pushing people to, and one of those is what? Teachers.
Yes.
They're not, so they're not considered professional fields. It has an effect on what you could take money out for, right? And those types of things. So this is an all hands attack on education. You're taking away the ability for professionals, for teachers to be able to become educated so they can teach. And then you are messing with the departments and putting the Department of the, she said the Department of the Interior?
One's being tucked in, a piece of it's one being tucked into agriculture, the other one interior, no, labor. I think one was labor.
Department of Labor. Right, the Department of Labor.
And, and also the Department of well, now it's the Department of War, the Pentagon. So they're being tucked away into these other departments.
It's the sad thing is, and the stupid thing is, I don't think they realize how stupid of a move this is. I know they're trying to take this money and pocket it somewhere, because that's another reason to dismantle things. If you dismantle the department, there's money that was earmarked for the department that can now go someplace else.
Yes.
Maybe people's pockets. I didn't say that. Anyway, but that's another thing that you need to look at. So it affects all of us because we're paying taxes for this. And I know your local taxes go to local school districts, but it all funnels up, right, to the same thing. So we all need to be very concerned about this. But in the interim, it's like, okay, so what do we do?
Talk to your congressman or woman. Talk to your senators. This is the way people make change. If people don't speak up, there's no change. You saw what happened with the Epstein files. That did not happen because, no one was talking. Everyone around the country was calling their Congress people, all MAGA, all the rest of us, calling MAGA. Calling the Congress, calling the senators, and that's what got results. Democracy again is a group, or we the people participation. You have no democracy unless you participate. And the more you participate, the better your democracy is.
Absolutely. And in addition to doing those things, in addition to participating in the political process, help to fund, if you can, and at least support organizations within the community that are doing the job of
That's right.
education. So I'm going to put this out there, shameless plug. So I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta. We have 3 youth programs. We have the Dr. Betty Shabazz Delta Academy, which
Mhm.
focuses on STEM for middle school age girls. We've got the Delta Gems, which is for high school girls, which is growing and empowering myself successfully, and that focuses not only on STEM but other development type things. And then we have Embody, which is for young men. So we've got 3 group programs, and it's not just Delta. There are other sororities and fraternities and other community organizations that have youth groups. Look at that, because this is where the education, this extra education that they're not going to get other places, is going to come. So we've got to start to fund and support community organizations that are doing the work, because it's clear the government won't.
Absolutely. So that was one subject today. I wanted to definitely. I said, let me make sure that this was on the docket to make sure
Yeah.
that you guys knew. It's TrendWatch again. Thursdays is our TrendWatch day where we talk about what's trending or some things that may not be trending that should be trending. And so I heard several people said that they did hear this information last night and also today. So that's good. But I do believe most of the information that we're hearing is that because all of us out here in these cyber streets
Mhm.
are talking about it and forwarding it is not because mainstream media is doing it. Because I didn't hear it on MSNBC. I didn't hear it on. I didn't look at Morning Joe this morning, but I don't really look at it that much anymore anyway. But I mean, so we need to definitely keep pushing. This is the stuff that you need to make go viral. Like some of the stuff that we make go viral doesn't need to go viral. Like some of the stuff that we keep repeating and rehashing. But this is something that needs to be out there. And if when you see it, repost it. When you see it, repost it. When you see it, repost it. Because this is important. Education is so important. And you notice the trend. The trend is what? Get rid of books. That was
Mhm,
the
mhm.
beginning, right? Get rid of books. So now you have a slough of books that are no longer in public libraries, public institutions, public schools, public places. Books are gone. Some of the best books that we grew up with that
And those
made
are
us
the
and
ones.
shaped society,
Yeah,
you know?
those are
Uh,
the ones we should gift.
yeah, so
Gift those
now
books.
we're in a country just like they did in Germany back in the 30s where they burned the books, get rid of education. It is important. You cannot control the people. You cannot control an educated people. When the people are not educated and not learning and not understanding and can't reason, you can control them. And that is part of the master plan. The more less education, the more control. Okay.
Indeed.
Bryson said, what's Bryson saying over here? Bryson, it better be related to what we're talking about, or I'm not posting it. But since it's your good morning, I'm going to post it. He goes, what's up, Ron? What's up, Tachi? Happy Law and Order Thursday. Sorry that I'm late.
There's no such thing as late here.
There's no late. There's no late in cyberspace, only for the hosts. I probably could be late, but you, it's just, I'm just hanging out. I'm just coming to visit. It's like tea time. Kimmy Kim says, and why are the mainstream media not discussing evidence that certain information is being suppressed?
So may I?
Yes, you may.
Let's remember who owns what. You were talking about, you didn't hear it on MSNBC. Okay, well, who owns MSNBC? Well, it's now
Now.
called, sorry, MS Now. It's no longer MSNBC. It's called
It's
MS
MS
Now.
now.
and MS now, okay, or BS now, whichever. So we have to look at follow the breadcrumbs when it comes to these things.
Yes.
Don't be surprised that you can't get a straight answer from mainstream media because they're not playing a straight game. This
That's
is
right.
why I am so in love with the idea of independent news sources. Be sure they're
Yes.
telling the truth too. We now this is the good thing about this. We can no longer blindly rely on any news source to give us things. We have to do the work. Of course, there are some that will never do the work. You leave those people at the base of the mountain as you ascend to the top. So we now have to do the work to know this.
Nice, nice. Hold on a second. I think Dorian maybe it says you're backstage, but we don't see you, but Dorian. He says it says he's in backstage, but we don't see you. What's going on? Okay. Well, we're gonna figure this out, Dorian. So it says he's in backstage, but he's not
Is he
on the
right backstage?
Maybe could there be two? There's not two fees,
No, you took it straight from here, right?
right?
Okay.
Yeah. So this you scan Dorian. Did you scan this QR code that's on the top of the screen? Check that out, sir. Okay, we're gonna get Dorian on here so you guys.
You're coming, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna make it happen. Right, Brian, what y'all talk about? Well, first of all, we were talking about education. Now we're talking about something else. David says, "Don't these people in the media have kids? People in government have kids. What the f?" Well, I'm so glad you did bring that up. You will notice in most of the interviews of people that are the leaders of Facebook, leaders of Google, leaders of all social media, they don't allow their children on social media. I remember when I worked on Wall Street, my boss did not allow his kids to do the internet, to do cable television. They were wealthy, they were filthy rich. But he and his wife only let their children have a segment of time, like they had to pick what TV shows they were going to watch. Their own discretion. The kids could pick, but you only had, I think it was like 5. I want to say 5 TV shows in the week that you were able to watch. The rest of your time was dedicated to reading books. And I was like, wow, you are strict, dude. But then I remember when Adrian was growing up. Now, Adrian has had a lot of free time and to do a lot of stuff. But what his mom, she's an amazing woman. What she used to require of he and his brothers and sisters, they had to read a book. They had to read, I think it was 5 books every summer. School is out, but you gotta get me 5 books. You're gonna read 5 books during the summer and give me a report about it. So it pays off because when Adrian and I are hanging out at the house, or he was younger hanging out at the house, he knows so many subjects. Like when we're playing Jeopardy, I'm like, dog, this kid, this guy is driving me crazy. And we're all sitting there. He's like, he got the answers. Bop, 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 bop. The only thing, but I will compete with him on history, but he knows every other subject. And I'm like, what? But it's how we also raise our children. And books is a very important part of raising children. It's a very important part of being an adult. You have to be continually reading, continually educating yourself. If it's not technology, it's a love novel. If it's not fantasy, it's drama. Whatever turns you on, read.
Absolutely. I mean, and we're sitting here, Kimmy hit it on the head that perhaps many of the media and government kids are in private education school. Yeah, they don't go to school with the rest of the kids. They're not there. And so they get access to things that children in public education often don't. So we're sitting here also, annoyed at China. Oh, they're doing it. Have you seen educationally what they do there? Have you seen educationally what they do in other countries? So you sit here annoyed and wondering how you can get ahead when the answer is in your hands. But it's like you have the glasses on your face and you're looking for glasses and you
Yes.
don't see that they're on your face.
They're on your
You
face.
have the answers in your hand and you refuse to see it. I don't know what to tell you. We can't help stupid.
Well, think about other countries like China. China, TikTok came out of China,
Mhm.
but in China, it's heavily restricted.
Mhm.
So all of the crap, I'll just say it that way, the crap that we see in American TikTok, that's not even allowed. Half the stuff you see in the rest of the world or here in America is not allowed in Chinese society. And so there's a whole lot to be learned. And I remember I just came back this fall from the African what do you call it? African Expo.
Yes.
They were sharing that China now has implemented in law that from kindergarten, at the beginning of kindergarten, every child is to know and develop and be able to understand and create AI.
These children here can't even make peanut butter and jelly without crying. So, I mean, we're doomed if that is the case. And the
Think
thing
about
is,
that.
here's why. The AI thing is integral, but it here's the problem. We're too concerned about developing self-esteem, and self-esteem is important. It really is. But we are too concerned with coddling and making sure they feel good
Yes.
instead
Coddling.
of making sure they function well.
Yes.
So what
Ugh.
do you want?
So there you have it. You know, can I say something about Mimi? I don't know if you've been noticing over the last couple of weeks. Mimi has been really really participating in the comments. Just want to say
Listen,
it doesn't go unnoticed, Mimi, and I appreciate you stepping up and interacting and commenting, because that's how we grow as a community, is as we share our thoughts. It spurs on thinking. So
if Mimi before ye, who be against ye?
Mimi, we love you,
We
Mimi.
do.
Bryson has other stuff going on. I see here. David Mascaro says, I saw a report one time about what other country kids want to be when grown ups. They want to be doctors, scientists, astronauts. American kids want to be influencers. Go figure. Influencers or sports people or entertainers. That's the
In
rest of
8th grade, my father was like, what medical school are you going to?
That's right. When I was a kid, I was going to be an astronaut. I got part of it.
You did.
I did build parts for the space shuttle.
I love it. I
When
love it.
I studied engineering, so I did aerospace engineering. So I got somewhat there, but I also am. My childhood life of wanting to be an astronaut spurred me on to higher education, and also spurred me on to think outside the box, because I want to know about Alpha Centauri and all of the constellations and the different planets and the different suns and the different universes and all the different galaxies. And it just, you gotta have an imagination outside of your everyday life.
Absolutely. That's the key.
G says, facts, Kimmy. Public education was sold back in the day.
Solid.
Solid, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Solid. Sold, solid.
It's sold now.
I'm gonna need those. I'm gonna need those meta glasses sooner than you know. Sold. Screen time in our family, as Dorian says. We limit screen time in our family as a whole and fill it with some sort of community service
Ooh,
or planning on the future, housing, mental health, etc.
love that.
Yep. That's why Dorian is so smart. Yeah, you have no some of the folks in here that have had their encounter with Dorian. But he also came from a family that was very much into education.
Mm,
He
mm,
also says community will extremely important in the future. It will be. Yeah,
mhm.
we say it all the time in this community. The only way we're going to survive what's going on in today's world, you're going to have to be a part of communities. So if you don't have one, create one,
Build one.
build one. And
Exactly. Or join
let's
this
see
one.
here. Who else is in here? We have kids. Omar says, oh, let me get that up there. Omar says, we have kids who still cannot read and write. We are so far behind in education. And this is another thing that's been in mainstream. Well, let's just say not mainstream, it's among folks that are online and talking, is that education, our education levels, like how efficient or proficient people are in grades 6 through 12, has dropped over the last 5 years. Not good. We're not in a good place in America. So we really need to really start pushing education more to our families and young people and adults. Everyone needs to be reading. I was sharing with again Mimbo, and I had these conversations yesterday, and we were talking about. He said, "Of all the countries you've been to, what's your favorite country and why?" And I said, "Well, every country is so different that I can't say I love this country more than the other." But I said, like a place like Iceland. Iceland has a 97% literacy rate.
Mm,
And the reason why is because everyone reads. And when you're in Iceland, if you're in the laundromat, there's shelves of books to read while you're in the laundromat. If you go to the grocery store, there's books to just read while you're online or in the grocery store. You go to the coffee shop, there's books everywhere. I mean, literally everywhere in Icelandic society, every place where people are just hanging out, there are books. And they
exactly.
by 90, I do believe it was 97% as of last year.
That's amazing. And to your point with uh, back in the day there used to be magazines and things that you could peruse in the eye, although some of them were junk, but
Yeah, the Inquirer.
the Enquirer and stuff. But there were some other
Was
magazines
it the
and
Globe?
yeah, the Globe, like stupidity. But
The Star.
but to your point, at least there was something where you are developing the skills of reading. It's about what you read, but it's also the act of reading. And
Yes.
now you don't have that, and then too many people are like engrossed in their phones. So
Mhm.
if you have a down, like you can't just sit and do nothing either and let
That's
your
right.
mind wander. If you have a free time, oh God, where's my phone?
Yeah.
Nobody can survive without being on their phones. I think that's another thing.
Mm. Kimmy Kiss says something really nice. Kimmy Kiss says kids have dreams, but once they get to high school, they have awakenings about careers, I think. I agree. I mean, a lot of time when kids are full of imagination.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, when you get to the high school level in some schools or some teachers, individuals, they knock out the dreams. They squash dreams. I'll never forget one of my teachers told another student that he'll never be anything. I mean, how do you say that as a teacher to a kid? I mean, doesn't make any sense. Uh, I mean, he was so bad. I said he was one of those teachers that did not belong in the education system. Because
There
there
are a
are
lot.
teachers that will tell you also, we've seen them, we've all experienced them. I already know what I need to learn. I've already learned what I needed to learn.
Mhm.
You don't, I don't, it's up to you if you're going to learn today. I already get I'm just here, I get my paycheck. I'm going to get paid whether you learn or not.
You
I mean,
know, and
attitude.
the thing, there are some terrible teachers. I won't say that, but I also say that it is very difficult to teach and do your job when you're in a system where the cards are stacked against you, where you don't have enough resources, where you are spending your own money of the little that you make anyway on
Yes.
resources for your classroom, and then you want me to be happy? Make that make sense. So I'm not saying that you should remain a terrible teacher, but I'm also looking underneath at what is some people you just shouldn't teach, but then some people are honestly frustrated with the
Yes.
state of public education and why, especially when we all pay into the pot, why it should be so bad. I also blame these school boards where these people just want to be seen and just say, oh, I'm on the school board, and do absolutely nothing.
And do nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Yeah. I was honored. I'm honored to be, you guys know I'm on the advisory board of the school that I helped design out in Long Island City.
Love it.
And we just had our meeting on Monday. And so I'm here on the road. I'm like tuning in, and you have all these people that are just so invested in the young people. And so if you're not invested in young people, find a school. If you're not, you don't have kids in school, be part of a school system. Find ways to invest in our future. I'm always talking about the future as our young people, and just really dive in and say, how can I help? Sometimes it's just being there. Sometimes it's just being an extra mouthpiece and say, hey, they're having a school fair next week. Could you guys, we want to raise money for it. Or like we do here, for the prom, for graduation
Mhm.
in this community. So it's important that you give back. But teachers are the most giving people on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean, I have lots of teacher friends, and like Dr. Tachi would say, they don't get paid a lot of money, but they will spend their paycheck at the arts and crafts store, buying crayons, buying coloring books, buying pencils, buying whatever. My teacher was excellent. I always said, Miss Moore. I will never forget Miss Moore. Miss Moore invested everything into us as students. She was a little short, little black woman with little specs, and it looked like something from a comedy, like a skit. But she came in every day to support us. And when my coat got stolen from one of my students, we don't know who stole my coat when I was in school. I had to go home in the winter cold. The next day I came back to school, Miss Moore bought me a brand new coat. Now,
Wow.
teachers are the most I think teachers are the most amazing people in the world. She didn't have to buy me a coat, but I know she's not the only Miss Moore. I will always remember Miss Moore.
Mm,
There's a lot of Miss Moores out there
there
that
are.
take care of their students, that love their students, give their last. Some teachers will go hungry to make sure their students are getting fed.
Mhm.
Teachers are amazing. And so, oh, look who finally arrived.
Do we have a guest?
Look who
Hey
finally
everybody. All
arrived.
right. I can't. Give me 1 second because I have you in two places and this one's lagging. So I'm going to do it. All
How
right.
you doing? How you
Well,
doing, buddy?
I'm amazing.
Hey.
Alexa, turn on lights 100%. I need you all to see me. Okay. So here's the importance.
Yes,
Here's the
buddy.
importance of community. I'm sorry. Hi, everybody. Hey, Dr. Tachi. We haven't
Hey.
talked in a while.
I know.
This is Dorian.
Hey,
All right.
Dorian.
It's a shit show. It's a dumpster fire, guys. We're really in the middle of a dumpster fire. with this administration and all of the games and distractions. Although people were hurt in the Epstein situation, that's fine. It's not fine, but you know how
Yeah,
detached
I know
I
what you're
am,
saying.
Ron. So yeah, so those women, majority lacking melanin, not that it's fair, but lacking melanin are not our concern. So it sounds awful, but the truth never sounds good out loud, right? So
Mm, mm.
I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. Our communities are being attacked from every angle: education, healthcare, fiscally for the ones who can't afford it. Literally, I'm taking the bar in January because I need
Really?
to know
Ooh,
everything, right? So
Really?
yeah, at my big age, I'm gonna take,
well, congratulations on that.
Congratulations, dude.
but here's the thing. So these systems are pretty much designed to cripple us, right? The institutional betrayal is obscene,
Yeah.
but it's nothing new to us. The reference to the Joneses, on a lighter note of us being Generation Jones,
Yes.
we're the resource. That's why we have all of the knowledge. We've read the books. So we're very important in this. So the reason our kids can't read because they're not intrigued by the nothingness. The
Mm.
reason they're looking for something quick to grasp, or I think you mentioned, oh, this shiny thing here. The reason they do that is the lack of direction because of the institutional betrayal, right? So the combination of that and I'm talking all super smart. Let me be me, but
Be you, sir.
You
this
are.
is why I don't like, because I always think of it as I'm talking to an audience of lawyers opposed to, okay, so the biggest lie, and you know I love money, the biggest money dump is a 501c3, right? So
Mm,
that's a nonprofit. That means when a rich person has to give 10% of their earnings to help the community, right? So if I open a 501c3 and get my daughter to run it and pay her the majority of the grant, where does the money go? Back to me.
mhm.
We have to follow the money. We have to look out for the tethers. The tethers are, I'm sorry, Dr. Tachi, because I know you're a Delta, but the tethers,
Go ahead,
the,
Dorian.
the tethers are those organizations because they're nonprofit organizations. And greed is real, right? So the reason I'm this way at this point is because I've reached my cliff top.
Mm.
I've literally, at my big age, I am 50 something, at my big age, I've reached my cliff top. I've done everything I think I wanted to do twice, right? So it's like I owe and I have to give back. So I started creating legal tools. My nephews are nerds, so but not nerds, but in the sense of we want them to understand the importance of how institutions aren't designed for you, but against you, right? The revolution will not be, funded,
Televised.
right? So what I started doing was creating these tools because I learned how to code playing with my nephews. So where people are playing games on the computer, we're learning how to code and we're trying to beat
Mm,
each other in coding. So we're in the process of building these tools, these legal tools. So you don't have to wait to get a lawyer. If you're in a housing crisis, we have an app that literally gives you everything you need to know, right?
Mm.
So the only thing you need to file is an injunction, and you don't have to be a lawyer to do that. So those sorts of things. Same thing with mental health. Same
Mhm.
thing with fiscal responsibility. I'm taking this over. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
You have
go ahead.
2 minutes because we're closing out.
Okay.
2 minutes.
I'm going to let you all wrap up. I promise I'm going to do this, and I'm usually a lot sillier, but I need people to understand that we have to get back to grandma's house, and we have to get back to Uncle Jerry living in the
Mhm.
back room because he can't afford to. He's a vet or whatever. We have to get back to that because relying on these systems are not going to benefit anyone.
And they're going to be gone. Most of these systems are being destroyed right at
That
that's the whole
well,
that was the whole
well,
point of Project 2025 is to destroy all of those systems.
that's the whole point. So we have to prepare, right? So we don't want to be blindsided by it. And people are like, well, he's only in there for 4 years, blah, blah, blah. It's going to take at least minimum 15 years to fix this chaos.
Yeah.
And the reason they flooded the line is so shit could get through in
Mhm.
between. Flooding the line, if people don't understand what that is when he came out and he started doing all of those executive orders,
Shocking or
he
shocking awe.
flooded the system. So some stuff they're like, let's just get some of this shit out of here. And the other stuff that they don't deem important is what the video he showed earlier is. They're splitting everything up and trying to privatize everything. And without these systems, we have to figure out community wise how we're going to do it. So, kind of envision the 70s, Black Panthers, all of those things. We really need to adopt that mentality.
Thank you, Dorian. See,
Sorry.
Hey,
see, he's the
Dorian.
man. But he'll be coming on regularly. We're working on some schedule stuff,
Yes,
and he's gonna be working on his platform, and we're excited to support him. And thank you, Mr. D. He finally made it, y'all.
I
We
know.
finally got
After
him
10
on.
million years, welcome.
I was trying to do the whole duck stream thing. We'll talk.
Oh, yes, right. That's right. You gotta have a Chrome.
We'll talk.
You gotta
Okay.
use Chrome. But anyway, I'm gonna let you go. And Dr. Tachi,
Yes.
thank you, Dorian.
Thanks,
Dr. Tachi,
Dorian.
any last words?
Who? This, first of all, thank you for having me as your co-host today. I always appreciate when you want small me to come and grace the audience.
Ain't nothing small. You got big ideas, big thoughts, big plans.
Yeah, we'll see if they manifest. No, I'm putting out there that they're going to manifest.
They will. They
So
will.
yeah, so I here's the thing. With regard to the whole education piece of this type of thing, we are who we have in the space. I say this all the time to people when it comes to live streaming. I always say, make sure you go and support such and such because we are who we have in the space. We can't rely on others to make our things great. I'm going to say the same thing with education. The educational system has been broken to hell for a long time now. We are who we have in the space. We need to start to, again, lean on the resources that are out there, but also on each other. Gone are the days now. You don't have the luxury of saying, oh, well, I don't know how to do that. You need to learn if you're a parent, right? That
That's
may
right.
not be, you need to have at least a basic working knowledge, or team up with some people that can adequately tutor your children in this type of thing. Have like an educational susu, right? Where everybody takes turns putting something into the pot so that children can learn. Also stop thinking about education in, linearly. It's not just university education. It's education and other things too. They've predicted, who was it? The CEO of Nvidia predicted that the largest, come by 2030, the more millionaires will be made in the trades than in anything else. So look at those things as well as a means to building wealth. However, it's only going to work if you are in the trades and you have some business acumen. Because like I said yesterday, I'm tired of you all who don't have business acumen. So learn to marry the two. So that's what I would say about education. But here's the thing. I really strongly believe that we are going to be okay. We just have to believe that we're going to be okay, and we have to take action. You can't sit down anymore. You actually have
You
to
all must
actively
participate.
do something. And that doesn't
Yeah.
always mean marching. That could be withholding dollars. That could be other things. So,
I love this. Mimi says facts. Certifications means everything. One of
mhm.
my buddies, he has a great job, and one of his mentors told him, "Get your certifications." I said, and I told him, I said, I second that thought. Get your certifications, whatever that is. No one can take your credentials away. Once you got your education, in whatever field it is, if it's trade, if it's education, if it's science, whatever, no one can take your credentials away once you've established who you are in those fields. And on that note, let me just go to some of the banner stuff here. Again, for those that are just tuning in, make sure you hit the likes. But we also have our YouTube community. We've been talking about it all day. That QR code on the left-hand side of your screen, in the upper left-hand side, you just scan that QR code. It will take you to our YouTube community where you can post your photography, you can post your posts, text, messages, DMs, whatever you want to do, put it in there. That will edify, inspire, and encourage our community. And it's a great place to engage with one another. You can have your thoughts. We can have a thought machine. We have our Tip Tuesdays are going to be there. So you can put your photos after we do our Tip Tuesdays and learn. This is our place. So YouTube community, make sure you click on that QR code. It will take you there. And I'll keep that on the screen as well. Also join our email list today at ronlewisphotos.com. And that you can find you'll get lots of information over time. Also, I am an event photographer. If you're looking for someone to photograph your event or photograph an event that's happening, because I do photojournalism as well. So make sure that you give me a call, reach out to me and say, hey, Ron, I need this event photographed. Give me a call. That's what I do. And again, like to always say thank you to our Patreon members. Your support helps us create amazing content. And while I got that up there, I'm going to just change that little QR code. That QR code just changed. So it's down for the Patreon folks. If you want to become a Patreon member, scan the QR code and become a Patreon member and support what we do here financially and by your words of encouragement. So make sure you do that. That is our Patreon community, and we thank our Patreon community because they make this possible. And also, last but not least, is you are invited to join our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the likes, make sure you hit the subscribe. And I always say, take it one step further and share. Share what we're doing here. If it means something to you, it might mean something to others. I do believe it will. Just make sure you share. Okay, I think we got it all there. Dr. Tachi, I want to say thank you for joining me today as my co-host.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. You are one of the pillars of this amazing community, and I am so grateful, and I express gratitude for having you in my life as a friend, and obviously, yes, today as a co-host.
Yes.
And all you guys who joined us today, thank you for joining us. And we'll be here tomorrow. Tomorrow's our Focus Friday. We'll be focusing on accounts that inspire, encourage, and inform. So if you have a social media account that informs, inspires, and encourages, make sure you come with it so we can share it with the whole community.
Yes.
And we can also start putting some of that stuff inside of our community as well. So you can put those even before we even start the show into the community. The only thing you can't do in the community, we've realized, is that anytime you put www.whatever.com, YouTube does not allow it. So just put in a W dot. Don't go www dot, just go W dot and put whatever that is on, put the website, and don't put the .com. We'll figure it out. Okay. So just go W dot and then the website. Don't put the .com. We will assume it's .com, and then we'll look it up ourselves. We can do copy and paste. Okay. That's a good way to get around the laws on.
Yes.
Okay, and I see here, Cass says, lifelong learner over here, always open to learn new, to implement. And also, Anthony says, I have an idea for Focus Friday. I'll text you later. I love it. I love it. This is our community. We make it what we want it to be. Okay. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Thank you so much for joining us. Love you. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.